Chapter 11. Final Pilgrimage to the Himalayas. Message was received as in the past, and I was summoned to the Himalayas for the fifth time for a week in June 1984. There was no question of any delay in compliance with the instructions. Although physically I have been engaged in doing the work entrusted to me, my soul has always remained in the inaccessible Himalayas with Gurudev, who lives in the Himalayas but whose soul always hovers around me. His voice always echoes in my inner self in the form of inspiration. My heart, mind, and soul dance to his tunes. The journey was difficult as before. This time, on account of my spiritual maturity, I was summoned in my astral body, which had to appear again in 3 tests simultaneously. As before, I reached Gomukh, and from there I was escorted to Tapovan. I never asked where Gurudev's astral body lives and what it does. I am only familiar with our meeting place, the velvety carpet. I picked up the flower known as Brahma-kamal and placed it at the holy feet of Gurudev. This time also, after exchange of usual salutations and blessings, conversation started. Throughout the journey, I was thinking that whenever I was called earlier, I was asked to leave the old place. Probably this may happen this time too. I may be asked to leave Shantikunj and live in this Rishi ashram and may be entrusted with some important work here. Gurudev expressed satisfaction with the work done thus far. I humbly told him that although everything was being accomplished by him, its credit was being given to me. Having fully surrendered myself to him, it was for him to take from me whatever work he wished. Gurudev said, "Whatever you were asked to do till now was local and ordinary, which can be done by any sufficiently evolved and elevated soul, as was done in the past. All these works will now be carried on by your followers, and you will have to take up more important responsibilities. These days, the physical and subtle environment has become so much poisonous and polluted that not only human dignity, but the very existence of human species has been endangered. The future seems to be grim, dark, and dreadful. To flush this poison out of the collective physical and subtle spheres, we will have to do indirectly all that which may be called unique and supernatural. The air surrounding the earth, its waters and land have all become poisonous. Scientific advancement has made an unholy alliance with diabolic greed and self-indulgence, and the poison has been spread everywhere by mechanization, on account of which the risks of infirmity, disease, and ultimate extinction seem imminent. The danger of irresponsible, reckless, or inadvertent use of nuclear weapons by immature and unrefined persons in authority, causing mass-scale annihilation, is also there. Children are being born like mushrooms. What will they eat? Where will they live? All these horrifying forebodings and possibilities, coupled with the poisonous atmosphere, would turn this earth into a veritable hell. Whosoever lives in this environment perforce indulges in evil thoughts and deeds, resulting in immediate miseries. Holocaust appears to be imminent. This is the result of invisible pollution in the atmosphere. Persons living in such conditions will behave like beasts and devils. It pains me to see humanity and the earth, which are the highest creations of God, turning into hell. Humanity is heading towards a great devastation. A huge mountain will have to be uplifted, as did Sri Krishna, to save his people from the wrath of Indra, the rain god. A vast sea will have to be bridged and crossed to solve these problems, and for this you will have to take great strides like Vaman. For this, you will have to become fivefold and take up strategic positions. Like Kunti, you will have to create 5 Devputra, deploy them on specific fronts, and assign them different tasks. Interjecting in the middle of the talk, I said it was for illumined souls like him to think about and find out solution for these momentous problems. So far as I was concerned, I was his child, a puppet in his hands, and was prepared to dance to his tune. I asked Gurudev to kindly direct me what I had to do. Right from the performance of 24 Mahapurushcharan of Gayatri to participation in the movement for independence, from lifting the pen and start writing to the performance of huge yagya and raising up a huge organization. I had simply played the role of his instrument. I told him that I knew it very well whose power was working behind all these accomplishments. How could I therefore suggest or give advice? I told him I will do whatever I was asked to do. Every drop of blood and every cell of my body and my inner consciousness, I said, were surrendered to him for the service of humanity. I was given necessary instructions and indications and was told, you have to transform yourself from 1 to 5. You have to do 5 types of austerities in 5 different manners as was done by messenger of Ram or by 5 Pandavas. 5 birds can live on a tree. You have to transform into 5. This is known as Sukshmikaran. These 5 emanations will discharge these colossal tasks. You have to nourish and strengthen these 5 astral bodies so long as they do not get matured and are able to function independently. This may take 1 year or more. When they become powerful enough, leave them to do their own work independently. When the time is ripe, you will shed your visible physical form. This was the guideline given by Gurudev. It was explained in detail what was to be done, how it was to be done. I am not permitted to disclose all these details. I am doing what I have been asked to do. It could be summed up as follows. Number 1, purification of atmosphere. Number 2, refinement of the environment. Number 3, ushering in of a new era. Number 4, neutralization of the danger of mass destruction. Number 5, creation and development of divinized humanity, Dev Manav. Gurudev told me how these 5 types of austerities had to be done, how my single entity was to be transformed into 5 entities, how the dual roles of Dadhichi and Bhagirath were to be played. He said, for this, you will have to retire from worldly activities and focus all your scattered energies. This is Sukshmikaran. Gurudev continued, you will be indicated from time to time what has to be done. You will be protected from demoniac assaults which will be mounted to terminate your life with a view to abort the plan. There may be repetition of the earlier attack at any time in the form of assault on righteous Parijans, but I will provide protection in all such eventualities. Now start entrusting your outer work to competent, efficient Parijans so that you may be free from all the responsibilities and worries of the work of this mission. The great change which is in my mind will be disclosed to you at the proper time. Premature disclosure of the strategy in such a critical time is bound to do harm. This time I was not detained for a long time and there was no talk about recharging my battery. Gurudev said, My energy will always be with you in invisible form. Myself and the Rishis will always remain and work with you. You will never feel any dearth or lack of spiritual power. In fact, it will increase 5 times. I was given farewell. I returned to Shantikunj. My Sukshmikaran sadhana started on Ram Navami in 1984. My life, its legacy and message. Hamari Vasiyat और विरासत. Author Shriram Sharma Acharya.
If you found this video helpful, then please like, comment and share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Rishi Chintan. Please press the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of our upcoming videos. Thank you.